Hello and welcome. You are listening to the Ditch Decade Diets podcast. I am your host, Lorna, certified food freedom coach and founder of the Ditch Decade Diets Academy. I've spent 10 years in an unhealthy relationship with food, binge eating, over-exercising, and feeling insecure in my body. This podcast is all about helping you get to the root of your food struggles and teaching you how to rewire your brain so you can end binge eating. If you're ready to improve your relationship with food and cultivate more self-love towards yourself and your health, this is the podcast for you. So let's get to it and jump right in. You know that binge eating is a habit. You know that you've spent years and years and years and years and years restricting. And through repeatedly giving into your binge urges, you've created this habit into your brain. So that's one step, like knowing that binge eating is a habit is one step. But now you need to rewire your brain out of these habitual cycles. So I want to share 3 things with you guys today to rewire your brain so you can conquer binge eating for good. Number 1, you need to not give into your binge urges. And you know this. You're like, Lorna, duh, I know that. But like, it's so hard. This is where the mindset piece comes in. I know it's challenging. I literally remember feeling like there was a mosquito bite on my body and I needed to scratch it. Like the mosquito bite was like convincing me, like, just give in one more time. It felt demanding. It felt persistent, just like the urge. And again, it's one thing to know, okay, I know I need to not give in to my binge urges, but it's like, how? Because it feels so uncomfortable. And my mind is telling me that this is the only way that I'm going to experience relief and pleasure. So like, how? And the mindset piece behind this is really understanding that you are so much stronger than you think. Like I was even doing a workout today and it was so funny. I did legs today and my husband did legs today as well. And he was about to go do his workout. I just finished my workout. I did it earlier than him. And he was like, part of me like doesn't want to do my workout because it's leg day. And I'm like, literally the same thing happened to me this morning. I was like, oh, it's leg day. Like when I know it's shoulder day, I'm like, lemon squeezy. Like it's challenging, but I use like lighter weights and I feel like it's a little bit easier than like leg day, like such a large muscle group. And I was doing my leg workout anyways. And I was like, it is so easy for your body to convince you like you can't do one more rep. It's so easy for your body to convince you like you're tired, like just drop the weight, go lighter. Just do 10 reps instead of 12. Like it's so easy for your mind to go there in a workout. But your body is so much stronger than your mind. Like your mind is like, nope, I'm done. I'm tired. That's it. Can't do it. Oh, I can't do one more rep. But your body is resilient. You are resilient. And just like the urge, like your mind is going to convince you like you have to give in, like the urges are powerful, like way too powerful over you. Like you have to remind yourself that you are so much stronger than you think. And with the practical side of things, not giving into your binge urges is this is how you rewire your brain. So every time that you feel the urge to binge and you don't give in, you are weakening those neural pathways in your brain. You are making your urges less intense. And when those urges are less intense, guess what? It makes it so much easier for you to not give in, right? If you're consistent with not giving into your binge urges, you're going to have less urges. And when you have less urges, you're going to have less binges. But again, it's the mindset piece, right? I'm stronger over my binge urges. Like I don't have to give in. Like I am resilient. I am strong. Like that is so important because it is uncomfortable. But just like the working out example, it's like, yeah, you're going to feel discomfort, but you can work through it. You are so much stronger than your mind. Now, the second thing is to prevent urges from arising in the first place. So it is so much easier for you to not give into your binge urges when you don't have the urge, right? Like if you are taking steps to prevent the urge from arising, then you don't have to try to not give in, like it just stops popping up. There's a few ways you can prevent urges from arising, like having more satisfying meals, honoring your cravings so they don't turn into urges,
Not waiting too long to eat, because if you wait too long to eat, you just get ravenous, you get impulsive. But when you prevent urges from arising, again, it makes it that much easier to not give into your strong urges because they don't pop up anymore. And this happens. But again, this goes back to the first step, which I talked about, of not giving into your binge urges. Right? Where is your mind? Is your mind like, oh, it's so strong, I have to give in? Is your mind like, oh, well, like, even if I don't give in today, I'm going to give in tomorrow? Where is your mind? Oh, it's so challenging, it's so hard. No, change the way you're speaking to yourself. It's not too hard. Yes, you can feel uncomfortable, but you are resilient and you are strong. And remember that every time that you don't give in, it's that much easier. Like the next urge is going to be less intense. The next urge is going to be less intense. The next urge is going to be less intense. Now, the third thing to focus on to rewire your brain to conquer binge eating is to remind yourself that repetition is key to rewiring your brain. Meaning, you can't just not give into your binge urge once and be like, why am I not binge free yet? You have to continually not give into your binge urges over and over and over and over and over again. You can't just, allow yourself to eat chocolate once and be like, well, why am I still binging on it? Repetition, repetition, repetition. You need to practice the tools over and over and over again if you want to rewire your brain. You didn't end up in these binging cycles by binging once. You end up in these binging cycles because you've continued to give into your urges over and over and over again. You've binged for 5, 10, 15, 20 years, and now it's a habit. So to undo the habit, you need to use specific tools over and over and over and over and over again. And again, this is where the mindset piece comes in. How do you keep going when you're still binging? You got to master your mind. How do you keep allowing yourself to eat cookies when you feel like you still don't trust yourself? You got to master your mind. How do you stop the all or nothing mentality and promising yourself you're just going to have one last binge? You got to work on your mindset. Your mind is so important because your mind can either convince you one more time or your mind can say, this is not what you want. You want freedom. You want a binge-free life. You want to enjoy spontaneous dinner dates with your partner. You want to be home alone and have no urges to binge. Like your mind, when you work in sync with your mind will be telling you those thoughts. When you don't do the mindset work, you're going to often have the thought of, oh, just one more time. Oh, we're just going to binge tomorrow, so just do it. Oh, you're already uncomfortable in your own skin, so might as well just binge. You need to master your mind. And this is exactly why I created my program, Master Your Mind, to help you get out of the all or nothing mentality, to help you feel more powerful over your binge urges, to help you be somebody who is so consistent with your food long term, to help you become somebody who doesn't let anything or anyone stop you from conquering binge eating. If you want to turn your binge-free days into consistent binge-free months, binge-free years, you need to master your mind. If you want to feel more powerful over your binge urges, you got to master your mind. If you want to be able to go to a restaurant and not feel like you always need to clean your plate, or you're home alone and your mind is convincing you like this is a good time to binge because no one's watching you, you have to master your mind. When you master your mind, it's going to be easier to not give in to your urges and therefore stop binge eating. When you master your mind, it's easy to control yourself after a few cookies because you no longer have the all or nothing mentality. When you learn how to master your mind, you are somebody who's just unstoppable. You are somebody who takes action. You are somebody who trusts the process. You are somebody who conquers binge eating because it's just who you are. It's who you are. It is so much easier to take action and not give into your binge urges when you have the proper mindset. It's so much easier to control yourself around food when you have the proper mindset and you're not in the perfectionist, all or nothing mentality. And you can break free. And if right now you're like, yeah, that's nice, but like, I can't change my mind. That's exactly why you're stuck. You can change your mind. You can rewire your brain. You can change your thoughts. You can shift your beliefs. Maybe that's the reason you haven't stopped binge eating yet. because you're trying every single strategy. You're trying to learn more tools. And what you actually need is to master your mind. So this program, Master Your Mind for a Binge-Free Life, is happening at the end of May. I'm super excited. If you are inside of my program, Conquer, where you get access to all of my programs, you're already in it. If you're in the academy, of course, you get it included as well. If you want to join this program separately, you're like, yes, this is what I need. Like, I know what to do, but I'm not doing it. I know I should not give in to my urges, but I'm still giving in. I know that I have the all or nothing mentality and I just want to stop having the perfectionist all or nothing mentality. This is the program to join. So you can message me, Master Your Mind, and I will send you all the details. We start at the end of May. This is going to be a game changer for you. I'm so freaking excited. DM me, Master Your Mind, and I will help you master your mind for a binge-free life.